Yes, it is a Monday. Good morning to you. How's it going? And welcome aboard. Yeah, it is a Monday. Another day that we kind of like talk about anything and everything around property related. Yeah, it is a Monday, and yes, we're going to be doing Random Monday today because Random Monday is what we do. So, what's a Random Monday? It is a day that we pick up any conversation around property and we kind of like unpack it for a few moments. And these are topics that I kind of like pick up from the conversation that I have with you, our audience out there. And out of it is that the drive of all of it is that we make sure that both me and you are being educated. It's things that I've been struggling with. When I was kind of like maybe employed or back in the days before I started doing real estate on a full time. So I'm an entrepreneur. I do real estate every day. That's what I do. I'm a property investor. And over and above that, I write books. And my latest book that I wrote is called From Bed Debt to Property Mogul in 2 years. And I run a business which is called M5 Property Addicts, where we literally just do property and nothing else. Around about 350 students and plus minus 200 tenants across in 4 cities. And that's why we do this, right? So that everyone else can benefit from this. Now, today what I want us to talk about, it is something that is called, this is quite a sensitive topic actually, but I'm just going to talk about it, because it's just me, it's just me. So I kind of like, I was cleaning out the house over the weekend, some of my files and things like that, and I stumbled upon some of my old documentations, and this is fascinating. You're going to enjoy this. This is quite fascinating because this is actually a document that I got. This was my, what do they call this? It's your appraisal, maybe? Yeah. I think we can call it the appraisal. So this is the appraisal. The first one that I got when I was working for the company called Barclays, and you all know that I've been a banker for a while, isn't it? I used to be a banker before I became a real estate guy. And good mornings to you. So I used to be a banker before that, and so this was my kind of like my employment letter when I go through my bonus in one particular year. And this was another one also shortly after Barclays was bought over by ABSA. So I was now an ABSA employee. But basically all of these letters, right, what they are, and this is a fascinating story. And I only figured this out over the weekend. And I thought, wow, how many of other people could be in this position, right? How many people could be in this position? So these are my bonus letters, So I have just kind of like labeled this session to say, how can you get your bonus money every month? How can you get your bonus money every month? But hey, when I was employed, I never thought that could be possible. When I was employed, bonus time was kind of like the time to kind of like look out for, because in some cases I had double my income. In some cases, I had I was a good employee for most of my time. I've never been rated low. So I've never been rated as an underperformer, should I say that. In all the years that I worked full time, I've always been a very strong employee. So I'm a good employee, right? I'm a workhorse. That's what I am, right? But I want to give you an example, guys. This was so fascinating. So this was, I always want to give an example of I'm earning 1 million and I earn 50,000. So that's our departure point. I earn 1 million per year, and on a monthly basis, I'm getting paid 50,000. Okay, mathematics, yeah, right. We get that. So for that reason, I am going to talk of the bonus from a point of the 1 million and the 50,000 because that's my benchmark. I always want to say that's your benchmark. But if you're earning a little bit more, that's okay. If you're earning a little bit less, that's okay. You need to work within the parameters, okay? That's a guideline that I'm giving. I can't give scenarios for everyone. But let me share this story then. And within this particular story, what I want to do is to show you exactly how I thought the bonuses was good, right? By no means am I saying that my bonus time was not a good time. So let me just think about it. What did I do with some of my bonus money? So, because every year I kind of like worked maybe for just above 10 years or so. And for every year I got a bonus. So significantly, I want to talk about my last 5 years of being employed. And within those 5 years, I got bonuses. And what did I do with it? Number one, I would clear off some of my debt. So that was the number one. Number two, I used to take my family out for a holiday. So we would do a planned holiday for the next year because we have the money. Number three, it was just money that I was going to cover up some of the nice things that we wanted to do, but we cannot do. I remember one year we bought some nice leather couches in the house. So we targeted that we're going to buy, when the bonus money comes through, we're going to buy some nice couches. So there's a wide range of things that, one can do with their bonus money. And I am sure in no position, you could be in the same position when I was there. You could have all of this money coming in one shot, and there you are. You can then go and do many things. But yes, I'm going to give you an example. The 1 year I was rated to be a strong, your performance rating of 20 dash is strong, Mr. Jack. And for this reason, we have given you, they actually didn't put in a percentage here, but maybe if we work it backwards, we might know, right? So they actually gave me, let's see here, all right. They gave me 89,000. So let's just say 90,000. I got a 90,000 bonus. But bearing in mind that this is before tax, right? Okay? Bear in mind this is before tax. And if you look at it from a tax perspective, whenever you get a bonus, boom, Mr. Taxman comes and hits you hard, like a 45%, let's say. So on that 45%, for ease of mathematics, we're just going to say 50. And that basically means that half of your money is gone. You don't see it. That's the sad part of being an employee. The taxman takes your money without you even seeing it, right? When you own a company, you dictate what happens because you get to spend the money before you give it to the taxman. I kind of like figured that out too late. But let me say that, right? So this was my first year. Then the second year, it's a different year. Again, this year here is the lowest that I've been. The lowest I've been as a performer. Is being, your performance rating for 20 dash is good. And your cash incentive award is 79,000. Again, this money would come in, and obviously it is money that would be coming in with some taxes. So potentially, I am saying that I was getting half of that. So on roundabout 70, on the 80,000, I got 40. So that was hit my bank account. Me and my wife kind of like figure out what do we do with this money. And the other one, when it was 85, that this was like 45,000 when it hit my bank account. And we had to look at what can we do. Now, I want to reverse things here in terms of what we've always been talking about on here, because it's got me excited when this thing came into my head. I'm like, why didn't I think about it? Oh, why didn't I do this much earlier? Now, one of our properties that we bought back in the days, and this property actually cash flows round about 10 grand. It cash flows around about 10 grand. It is that property that we talk about. I speak about this property most of the time. It is a property that we bought for 700. We renovated it for an additional 400, and we get a rental income of around about 40,000 in a good month, right? And if you subtract, we've got a bond on it now for around about 1.5 million. So we got all of our money out. There is no money in that deal, right? We're utilizing the bank's money 100%, right? If you're being paid 50 grand every month, you can go and get a bond. You can get a bond. You go online, go on to any of these banks. They've got a calculator on how much you can get paid, how much you, what is your approval, right? So you can go and calculate to see how much. So for 50 grand, definitely you'll be able to bank more than 1.5, right? Okay, good. So depending on your expenses and things like that, right? Your lifestyle, right? So if we're to go back now to a point of, okay, I am getting paid 45,000 as my bonus, and I'm looking forward to this 45,000 for the whole 12 months, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, because not everyone is an entrepreneur. And not everyone will ever be like saying, hey, you know what, TJ, I'm going to jump the ship. I'm going to take this thing seriously for property. Not everyone. But I wanted to bring something to your sphere in terms of, hey, you can actually get your bonus money every month if you want. If you want. It's about you, right? It's about you. How are you going to be able to do that? So number one, we spoke about that particular property that I bought, and it's cash flowing 10 grand. So which basically means that out of my 40,000, I now get 10 grand every month. Yeah? Okay, good. If I buy property number two, it means that I now get paid 20 grand every month. Number three, number four, it means that I've hit my target of the 40,000. Now, over a period of around about 5 years, my bonus money did not actually change quite a lot. It didn't change quite a lot. It was within that range. So I kind of like anticipated it, and I would work all my butt off all the time, within the years. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed my work, and I didn't say that I didn't enjoy my work. I'm so grateful for my employer and for the skills that I got into my when I was employed, because some of those skills I am utilizing them today. Now, what I want to talk about is that when you're looking at all of this, right, you could be saying, so TJ, are you saying that your properties are paying you a bonus of 10 grand every month? Yes, that's what I'm saying, right? If you find the right goose, the right property, then that 10 grand is going to be coming every month. So which means that you don't have to wait to get paid at the end of the year on that 10 grand. Isn't that amazing? I think it is amazing. I think it feels good, right? So from there, here you are. You can actually see that this is possible. With only 4 properties, you can actually now go and get your 45,000, which you were waiting for the bonuses, but this time around, you're getting it every month. If you're getting it now every month, if you times that by 12, boom, how much do you get? I'll leave you to do the mathematics from there. But all I'm saying is that it can be done because now you have been able to do it, right? The other thing that I can say is that maybe this 45,000, you can turn it around and you can say, hold on, I am not going to work full time. I am going to work for me. All right, I'm going to work for one. So what it basically means is that you have just replaced your 50,000 and now you got your other 50,000, but you have no bonus. But guess what? You've got another bonus. The other bonus is in airtime. You get to own your time and you don't have to go to physically work somewhere else. You can wake up at this time. You are chilled at home. You're wearing casual like I'm doing. And potentially, who knows, you can open up your own Facebook channel and you can start having talks like what I'm doing. That's the amazing part. Anyways, I thought that was fascinating when I picked this up over the weekend. These letters here, they were quite fascinating. But that's it over for me. But I just want us to celebrate Youth Month. It is here, and I would like us to celebrate Youth Month. It will be unfair for me to celebrate Youth Month without throwing out. So you all know M5 Property Varsity. It's a varsity that we have for you to get educated. And in Property Varsity, what I'm going to be doing this month is I would like you to go on to my YouTube channel, M5 Property Addicts. The link is in here somewhere. You go onto our YouTube channel. You need to, number one, subscribe, and number two, you need to leave a comment. Your comment needs to start something along the lines of, if I knew this when I was younger, dash dash dash. So you need to put the reason. So go through, subscribe, number one, and then number two, you leave a comment stipulating what. So obviously you need to listen to a video, and within that video, when you listen to it, then I need you to put in a comment to say, if I knew this when I was younger, and then you tell me what you would have done, right? So that's the thing, right? And every day, starting from tomorrow, okay, actually not, well, tomorrow I'm going to announce the winner of today, but starting from tomorrow, I am going to start giving out a prize. What is that prize? You get to get 30-day access. That's your prize into the varsity for free. You don't have to pay anything, right? and I'll be in contact with you. So every day I will celebrate who the winners is on here, including a Saturday and Sunday as well. Hey, it's been great hanging out with you. I am trusting that I'll see you again on the flip side, which is tomorrow. And enjoy. I think it's been a random Monday. It's been a good random Monday today. Just some food for thought. Food for thought? Thoughts for food? Yeah, that phrase, ne? Okay. So I think it will be that's the food for thought that I thought. Let me just leave that to you and ponder on it a little bit. And you don't have to start at 10 grand. Maybe start at 5. Maybe start at 2. Maybe start at 1. The point is we need to start and grow that portfolio. It's been great. We'll chat with you later. Don't forget to go to my YouTube, subscribe, add a comment. Who knows, I could be announcing you as a winner. God bless. Goodbye.